We are live.
And do you have the hiccups?
That's only because I ate. Hey guys, this is Isamu for the Super Sentai page. We had a few little hiccups, but we're back with our normal podcasts. This is one of our off-topic podcasts, and we're going to be talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, The Phantom Blood.
I'm Nanami-chan.
And I'm Shigeru Joe.
Now, as far as this goes, I'm kind of the... I only watched the first full arc today, and, like, it's weird, but it's a fun weird.
Oh, indeed it is. I mean, especially when you start out and you have Dio and Jonathan as kids.
Well, yeah, they want to build up a history with these characters. Like, why does this guy hate this guy, and vice versa?
Like, I understand Jonathan hating Dio. Dio's just an asshole.
Oh yes, I mean the fact that he fucking burned Danny alive to death.
And he'd, like, super need him at the beginning of the series for fuck all reasons. Like, oh, I did it. Oh no, he jumped at me.
But fuck you, because I'm new. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
No, it's more like you're a rich kid. I hate rich kids, so I'm going to beat the crap out of you for your money.
Like, is his dad retarded for not noticing this bullshit?
No, it's more like, oh, Dio's just going through one of those phases that all young boys do, and this thinks of all the things. Like girls, homicide.
Like, I don't know about you, but when I was a teenager, I never murdered anyone's dog or stole anyone's first kiss just to piss someone off.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do with Dio, but they make him like, yes, he's evil. We get it from the first time we meet him, but you're making him look too evil. Like,
he's a trope of a trope, and it's still entertaining as balls.
Oh,
but it's
yes.
a what the fuck, man?
I mean, I fucking got my mom to watch this, and she was kind of mortified by the fact that, oh my gosh, they burned a dog alive.
Well, they don't show you it.
I mean, you hear him screaming.
They show it in the manga, and it is terrifying.
Well, the manga's also, a manga. They get away with a lot more shit there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But just having reading the manga and having no intention of actually knowing about this stuff, if I'm using those words correctly, and just seeing that for the first time, I'm like, whoa, the anime actually made it censored more than usual.
Yeah, they censor quite a bit in places. I mean, Dio, in the final fight with Jotaro in Arc 3, they censor a little bit too, here and there, because, ugh.
Yeah, but
there's disgusting shit in a lot of parts.
Okay, so we have the Dio character down pretty easily. He's an asshole. A 3-letter word for douchebag.
You look up
It's
douchebag.
not douchebag. It is I, Dio.
Yes.
We thought this was going to be an intelligent podcast, but it was us, Dio.
Okay, so now let's move on to the hero of this part, Jonathan Joestar, Jojo.
I love him.
He is a true fucking gentleman.
Yes, and he died as such too.
Yeah, actually,
not a spoiler. Most people know he dies, but he had a damn good run of it.
I gotta say,
he died as he lived, a true fucking gentleman.
Yeah, but that's where it feels like he falls for me. There's nothing more to that. He's just a nice guy.
I was about to say he's kind of bland, aside from being a good dude.
I think I want to say cardboard boxes have better emotion than he does.
He has emotion? I mean, he gets angry.
Yeah, he gets angry. He does get a little bit sad.
He does love Erina.
Yeah, there is
I think he just loves titties because she's got big titties.
for was this 18th 19th century? Late
Like
19th century?
I didn't know chicks were stacked that well back then. Way to go, JoJo.
Uh, I mean, he's basically. I mean, I think the whole thing was like, he's pure enough. He's pure, like as a hero, like compared to Dio, who's the ultimate asshole compared to the ultimate gentleman.
Like, I wish he would have had a little bit more adversity in his character, like a little bit more flaws to make him feel a little bit more well-rounded. But the first part of the manga is ridiculously old, so I will give it some passes.
Well, then again, I mean, he is kind of a Mary Sue, if I will.
Yes, he is.
Gary Stu.
I was about to say that. Not as bad as Kirito, because fuck Kirito.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll be another podcast for another day.
You're not gonna make me watch it. You're not gonna make me watch it.
You can just, like, read some wikis, because it's...
Yeah, we'll probably just... I mean, I watched it.
I'm not going to force you to, but I'm going to be like, hey, do you want to hate yourself a little bit?
I already hate myself as is. But anyway.
I think we all do, to some extent.
But anyway. Okay, so Jonathan Joestar. Okay, guy. It could be a little bit better. William A. Zeppeli.
Oh, Zeppeli-sama.
I want his hat.
He is so awesome.
I highly enjoyed him.
He is such a nice character. Like, I mean, you see him, like, become, like, he's JoJo's teacher, and it's just like, I want you to help you defeat this because this shit killed my family.
It blew up my dad.
Like, he got more character development than JoJo.
Yeah. You can actually see the torment in his face that the vampirizing mask did.
I think even fucking Strizo gets more character development than JoJo.
Who?
Strizo.
Oh, Strengths.
Who?
He was one of the people that was with JoJo during the final battle.
Was he the guy that got, tried to do that, like, crotch kick?
But it was,
No.
it was like his one of his apprentices.
Okay.
And can I just say how awesome that was that he fucking managed to, like, still stay alive as a head, spit out a fucking rose, and nail Dio in the face.
Like, this is one of the most fabulous anime ever, and I'm totally okay with it.
I also want to mention that I fucking love the dynamic color changes to express certain moods and stuff.
I love that, but it confuses the fuck out of me because no one's hair color stays the same, and I'm like, I thought he was blonde.
I thought his hair was blue. No, it's purple now.
Like,
Why did
hair
you buy
color
multiple?
needs to stay the same. That's
And
all.
you can buy figures with multiple different color variations, just like in the show.
Really?
Yes.
Of course.
Is it going to be like a teenage robot kind of thing?
My life as a teenage robot? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah, they did that.
But, I mean, there's also even the Japanese sound effects, like, as little kanji, katakana.
I do
Menacing.
love the sound effects just all over. I wish I knew, like, they had an editor's note, like, hey, this is what this is. But they look cool.
I know what some of them are. I know that one of them says menacing.
Does one say muda 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 muda?
No.
Oh. Well then.
Muda, 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 muda!
Like, I want to give it to the English voice actor for being able to say useless, that quick, that precise, and not fucking it up. Because I can't do it. And I watched the whole show dubbed. I don't know how you can say useless that quickly with that much emotion and not get a tongue twister happening.
Or biting your tongue off.
Yes.
They went through several voice actors because of that same problem.
Well, I think the only thing I don't like about the show is the ripple power's kind of stupid.
But it's
And the attack names are kind of stupid too, but it's forgivable.
Sunlight Yellow Overdrive.
Yes.
Sunlight Hammond Overdrive!
Turquoise blue overdrive. And I'm like, wait, the fuck, yo?
I mean, I love it just because of how stupidly fun it is.
Like, that's the only reason I can get behind it, because it's just so dumb you have to enjoy it. But when you stop and think about it, you're like, what the fuck does that mean?
I can't wait to see future generations of kids going, Sunlight Yellow Overdrive!
Like, I so can't wait for the stands, because at least they have their own stupid sense. And it does get stupid from what I hear.
Yes.
There's so many stupid stands. Especially the Oing, Go Boing, Go Brothers!
Is someone's stand the ability to turn their hand into a fucking rabid squirrel?
No.
Or is that just another random ability?
That was Cars.
Yeah. After
The ultimate being.
And the ultimate being has squirrel hands?
He's able to basically become anything on this planet because reasons.
Yeah, he can change.
You'll find out.
He chooses to become rabid squirrel.
No, he's able to add, subtract, and reorganize his own molecules. Yeah.
And the whole swirl thing was him just kind of testing out his power.
It also had some guy's crotch.
Yeah. Like, I saw that clip a few days ago, and I'm like, does the writer smoke a lot of really good weed, or is he just a really weird dude?
I mean, maybe he's smoking catnip, because you can get hallucinations off that shit, apparently.
Oh, God. Anyone dumb enough to smoke something like that deserves to get a bad trip.
Alright, so... Other characters.
REO Speedwagon.
Robert
He was
Edward
fucking useless.
I mean, he pretty much is throughout the entire series, even Arc 2. I mean...
Oh, he's in Arc 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
He still does nothing?
Yeah,
Well,
for the most part.
Well,
I mean, he does help create something, but that's pretty much about it, other than driving the plot forward.
yeah, pretty much what he does in part 2 is that he makes this thing called the Speedwagon Foundation. And that's to pretty much find out why is this thing this thing.
Like, his whole point in part 1 was, I'm going to help Joseph, and then I'm going to tag along and provide some cool sounding exposition.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I mean, I personally like Arc 2 a lot better than Arc 1. Arc 3 is still my favorite so far.
Whoa, fuck me.
I mean, the things that it gets so insane, especially the final fight with Cars in Arc 2. Like, holy shit, what the fuck? I mean, if you thought snakes on a plane was bad, you'll find piranhas on a plane even funnier.
What?
Yeah, Cars kind of creates piranhas in a plane, and
an octopus.
Yeah.
Do they try and make memes?
Yes, there are memes out there. There are memes.
Like, I know the ending theme meme that I saw for a long time before the show started.
Yeah.
And can I just say, more classic rock needs to be an anime. It just fits.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I mean, in Arc 2, I believe it's
Walk Like in... No, it's still...
That's Arc 3. That's still Roundabout?
Yeah, still Roundabout by Yes. A really good band, by the way. But
Yes.
part 3, it's Walk Like an Egyptian.
It's a good song, but there's better.
Well, it makes sense considering they are going to Egypt.
Yeah.
No, the better sense would be Theo's Egypt.
Like, I would absolutely love it if for some reason the Eagles or Journey or Queen were actually in it. You know how happy of a band I would be if just Queen was in this anywhere?
In a
or
way
any
they
and
are.
all.
In a way, they are.
A name.
A song.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of bands and song names are actually names of stands in a lot of Arc 4.
But
yeah,
but in this part, they're the characters of William A. Zeppeli, Led Zeppelin.
ETDC, ACDC.
Yeah.
But
Cars, the Cars.
I know there's a David Bowie in the series, but there needs to be more. Because he has more than one incarnation.
There's a stand called Red Hot Chili Pepper.
What is that ability?
I believe it's the electrical stand that's able to go through electricity and shit.
Yeah.
I've seen a clip of that. Is that the thing that attacks, like, Josuke through, like, a SNES or something?
Yeah.
Nintendo 64. Bootleg Nintendo 64.
Why does he have... No, of course he does.
Because it's like 1999.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty early on and stuff, and...
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that, like, all this... Like, there's, like, let's see, what was this other stand name? There's Killer Queen.
Crazy Diamond.
Yellow Submarine.
The Hand.
Not yet. Not yet.
I thought stands were only in, like, the 3 and 4. Or am I wrong?
3 and onward.
Oh, they're in all of them?
Yep.
I must not have noticed when I was reading that part of Jolene's.
No. Well, stands are 3 and onward, but the references, musical references for the stands don't start till 4.
Okay. Because originally the stands are all based on tarot cards, and then he ran out of tarot cards.
Then he went on to Egyptian gods.
Actually, fun fact, there's actually 2 stands created for the show that aren't necessarily tarot cards.
Are they like the Persona classes that aren't necessarily tarot cards too?
Maybe. I can't remember what they are, but yeah.
Aeon and Jester are in Persona. I don't know what it is in...
Well, we have The Fool, which, oh my gosh, I love Iggy.
I thought they were going to be keeping this to part 1.
Well, we can kind of branch out a little bit. I mean,
well, I haven't seen the other parts yet.
There is... I mean, I don't really want to give out too many spoilers, especially during the fight scenes, but, I mean, there's not really that much to cover in Arc 1 other than, there's the whole him learning Hammond. I mean, the fight with the whole chain thing where Zappelli dies is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the, fight with the sword dude.
Oh, yes, you can actually get a figure of Jonathan with the sword, and it actually has little pluck on it.
Like, the pluck thing was dumb, but fun dumb.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fact that Dio is able to create monster hybrids as well as vampires.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a fucking cat owl.
Like, I noticed a few of them, but not a cat owl.
It's in the background. It's barely noticeable.
Now, if you can create the ultimate monster, Dobby, I'll be happy.
There's also the whole Jack the Ripper was really cool.
I was waiting for Jack the Ripper to pop up again. Did he just get killed really quickly and me not notice it?
No, he's the guy that jumped out of the horse.
That was Jack the Ripper?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't refer to him as such, so I didn't know if that was him. I thought it was, but I wasn't like...
I think they do in the Japanese dub.
Okay.
I think it's more like... Well, probably at that time, Jack the Ripper didn't really have a face because he killed a lot of his victims. So, to the JoJo and company, you just see a random guy jumping out of a horse with knives all around him.
Like, the knives made me think of it, but I wasn't sure. Also, that was kind of a cool fight.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Zappelli's like, hey, do this without spilling a drop. And he's like, hey, guess what? It's a Hammond detector that also detects vampire shit. Because why not?
Because they don't breathe. Or something like that.
I mean, the fact that Dio was able to create pretty much an army and still lost.
Yeah.
I think that's just because Dio's a bad leader.
Yes, he is.
He's more of, I'm just all in this for me. I don't really care about you. That's odd. So go fight this guy. It'll be fun.
Also, does anyone get rapey vibes about Dio when he has that one dude's sister?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, okay, that's not just me. Okay.
Yeah, there's
Because-
also really other Rippy vibes in Arc 3, but
Yeah.
that's even worse because it's a fucking gorilla.
I mean, if someone wants to get down with a hombre, I'm not gonna. Yes, I am. I will judge.
I knew it. I knew he was going to interrupt. He was going to get into this. I knew it.
Damn you, Harambe!
Yeah. Blame the internet.
I always blame the internet.
No,
So-
but this time we have to blame Dio and Decade.
Well, actually, yeah, we could blame Dio for fucking Harambe as well. Like quite literally, because the gorilla is one of Dio's minions sent to kill Joseph.
No. No.
That,
No, the monkey was just kind of a drifter, really. He wasn't really fighting for Dio. He just happened to pick up shipwrecked people and then kill them.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird. If Eddie wanted to, I mean, it's like, it's a 12-year-old girl. It's like, oh, god damn
Let's
you,
see.
monkey.
No.
wait, 12-year-old girl?
Yep, there's a gorilla. I mean, it's complicated. I mean, once you start Arc 3, you'll understand.
Okay. Because I hear 12-year-old girl, and I'm like, I don't want to go to jail.
It's the fucking gorilla.
The gorilla's a 12-year-old little girl? You know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Stop asking questions.
I'm trying to logic JoJo's. I'm sorry. I should know better.
You don't do that.
Just like you don't logic Commander DK, except for blaming him on things.
Yes. I want to watch more JoJo's.
I tell you, it's a great show. I mean, I've gotten people into this. I mean, my mom fucking loves the show,
Well,
and she doesn't even like anime.
I have a lot of friends I meet at cons that do a lot of JoJo's stuff. Like a few Toku friends that I see at cons all the time. They did a JoJo's panel during my panel, and they did a lot of JoJo's cosplay. And they're like, "Dude, you should watch this and hang out with us." And I'm like, "I always want to hang out with you, but I haven't seen JoJo's yet." And then we never hang out because we don't exactly live near each other.
So, anything else that you can say about this?
I mean, it's such a great show. I mean, with great characters. I mean, the fact. Oh, we can talk about the whole Dio transforming for the first time and how he was slowly poisoning Jonathan's father.
I was gonna bring up, what the fuck vampires? Did they try and have some of the weirdest vampires?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This thing is supposed to be a horror show. I'm looking at its Wikipedia page, and one of the genres it's listed under is horror. It's
Well,
not.
they put horror as the genre for anything with vampires in it, whether it's horror or not.
Yeah.
Like
I think
Supernatural is a horror show, and that's not horror. It's horrible at times.
I hate the. Just for reference, I hate the Supernatural fandom so much.
I love how the show is still a piece of shit and people love it.
And the fact that it actually had an ending, but people wanted more.
And the company wanted more, not just the fans.
Like, it was actually set to end, and it'd just be like, I have been trying to find the clips of this. It feels like a fucking Mandela effect, because fuck this. It's like, I remember fucking watching the ad with my mom, like, oh, this is the series finale.
Yep, and then they, like, last minute reshot it. But yeah, that vampire transformation, the mask. I know there's super backstory with the mask, and
Yeah,
like
you'll find out more about that in Arc 2.
Supermen from the past or something. But
The
that is
Pillar
just
Men.
the most weird vampire thing ever.
And I love it.
Yeah, and apparently, for those of you that want to actually be seeing this on a weekly basis, it is on Toonami, Cartoon Network's late night airing block. It appeared like this past Saturday of this recording.
Yeah, it had recently premiered, but there's places on the internet with the whole dub that I
Yeah, the dub has been
found.
around since spring of this year, or
Oh,
maybe
I didn't know it was
last
that
year.
long.
Yeah,
And we also have those, and you can also watch the sub version on Crunchyroll, like I do.
and there's also an abridged version done by Antfish.
Oh, there's an
I-
abridged version of every single anime that exists.
Yeah, but this is actually pretty good. They still keep intact that Dio's an asshole. Jojo is the most gentle, manly man ever, and
Oh,
they
shit.
do address the uselessness of Robert Edward O. Speedwagon.
I was really curious about how they were going to handle all of the musical references in this, because didn't the original anime get in a lot of trouble for using people's names?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's just like,
So how did they get away with it this time?
Also, Japan's copyright is a little looser. It's just bringing it over to the States is the thing.
Well, I know their copyright's way looser, but yeah, like they got.
I mean, in Japan, you can fucking make porn of like anime shit and make money off of it.
Ooh, I got to bring up something after this podcast.
The way that they got around it is not exactly addressing it as the person's name. Like REO Speedwagon is Robert Edward O. Speedwagon. They're not
And
actually saying
Tom Petty or something. They pronounce it differently. Tom.
Yep.
Not
In
necessarily
English.
pronounce it differently, but this also spell it differently too.
Yeah.
You'll see that in part 2.
Like,
with some
it should be.
characters.
All the references should just be considered references or under, like, fair use. But I like hope that doesn't mess with the later parts of the dub. Because it's fun to see all them and shit.
Oh, it's going to. It's going to.
Especially with Vanilla Ice.
Yes.
Yeah,
So he's
Vanilla Ice.
practically the supervillain of music. They should just bite the bullet and, contact him.
Are you sure you're not talking about Justin Bieber?
No, but I actually dislike Vanilla Ice more. Because he tried to do metal, and it was horrendous. But no, seriously. People who make the anime, contact him, get him to voice Vanilla Ice, and then license the ninja rap.
Well,
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja,
here's the
go.
thing about that too. They did have a experimental dub. This is a little bit after the actual show got subbed.
They had a dub of the original anime version of Part 3 that I remember.
Yeah,
So that's what I found first.
there's like 2 movies. There's one in 1991 and one in 1996. Just a little bit of different art style. But then but they both had English in it.
Also, the creator really did not like them, apparently.
Oh yeah, he did not like them at all. He didn't even like the first attempt at the Phantom Bloods movie.
Like, holy shit! I mean, like, he was probably really pissed. Like, why would you do this to my creation?
Because they wanted money.
Well, yeah, money is important.
Puffballs.
Somebody's playing a game.
Yep. Because I can't sit still and do one thing at a time.
Neither can I.
I'm looking up facts for us to talk about.
I'm trying to...
Let's.
It's hard because it's 9 episodes of content. But it's better than watching the full series in, like, a week.
Yeah, I mean, it's 9 episodes, but I mean, it's fucking, like, it's good 9 episodes, like...
Yes, they are very, very good.
I also love the boxing match and stuff with Dio. And
I hope that
Jonathan.
went quicker in the anime, because in the... not in the anime, in the manga, because in the anime, it's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Dio starts crying and he has a knife behind his back. Like, what a little bitch.
Oh, that's the fight they have in his house.
Yes.
and that's when they found out about the mask doing stuff to the brain because some blood got into it somehow. That was on the wall, about 5 feet up, 10 feet away. That just shows how pissed off Jonathan was at Dio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would be too. I mean, especially because, he fucking got really it's gross and disgusting with Arena.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still funny to me. I'm sorry, that's funny.
And, everybody's like, that's our Dio, not afraid to take chances, not afraid to grab him by the pussy.
No.
Oh, God.
No.
I think Dio would be one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And just how mortified she looked. She started washing her mouth out with, dirty puddle water.
Hey, I would too.
Yeah, me too. No, I'd probably induce vomiting.
Yeah, that probably helps too.
I mean, Erna, especially because she was carrying a baby at the time too on the ship, which means they had sex.
I was about to say, they don't really say how long it was from when they got married to when they got on the ship, but JoJo just probably went right in there and popped one in.
Yeah.
Can you blame him?
He waited till marriage because he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
And then he didn't wait a minute longer. Everyone get out of the room. I'm going now.
You may not get the right. Now get the fuck out. I want to fuck my wife.
Did he use some kind of white sticky overdrive?
Most likely. Oh.
I wonder if that would actually do shit.
Yeah, probably either
concentrate down on his dick and vibrate it or something.
The Hamon you can shoot out of any limb, and it can heal people and hurt monsters. So maybe it hit the G-spot right.
Okay, so...
Or he dislocated his wang and made it longer? We need to go into another subject.
Okay, so the powers... The vampiric powers that Dio gets through this.
The ones he makes up out of nowhere and can just do?
Yeah, I'm going to suck up all the blood
eyes
from my arm. And now it's super cold, just to the touch. And you're going to freeze to it. If you were to be licking a flagpole in the middle of December.
Oh, it's not even that. He sucks the blood out of it so quickly it freezes whole bodies that touch it. And I'm like, bullshit. You just have ice powers.
And then there are his... they're not lasers. I'll say that.
I was about to bring up the fucking laser eye thing that happened at the end of part 1.
Those are not lasers.
That's his vampiric essence squeezed out through his eyes or something.
No. Is it like a hate beam?
No, it is liquid. It's all the liquid in his eyeballs shooting it out at a very high rate. Try to think of that plant lady from SPD that cut a car in half.
So it's like Blastoise using Hydro Pump, but with red in his eye.
Yeah, but it's like a very thin stream that can cut through just about anything.
Well, consider Blastoise's cannons are 4 inches, and high-pressure water cannons are less than a centimeter and can cut through steel and cut people in half. I guess it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, the tentacles he can do. How come he doesn't take advantage of them more? Sir, you have...
hentai.
I don't want to see it, I just know it exists. Sir, you have tentacles. You don't use them properly. You don't just tentacle your arm back on. You cut off a hand and attack people with the tentacles and call the hand for later.
But my hand is more useful than the tentacles. Because those
Bullshit.
are
Have
not...
you seen what tentacles can do?
Well, first off, they're not tentacles. They're my blood vessels.
Good enough. You got a ton of blood vessels. He can wrap people up and choke them and cut them in half. You don't need to do the creepy stuff with tentacles. You can do a lot of useful things. Shit, use it as a hook shot. Tentacle blood vessel hook shot.
Also, I still kind of find. Also, there's this like, hey, guess what? I'm now a head in a jar. Which you can now buy as a toy.
You can, of course, you can. Can you buy a plushy Dio head? I know that exists.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, I've looked into a lot of JoJo's merchandise. I mean, you can buy Dio as a figure, especially from Arc 3.
After this is over, I might look up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on Mandrake and see if they have shit like that.
But you can just head in a jar, because why not? Why not mortify your children with a head in a jar?
I still want that hat.
You can actually buy Jotaro's hat on Amazon, apparently.
The hat that is one with his hair?
Yes.
His hair is simulating his hat. He goes about.
Or his hat's simulating his hair. We don't know.
No, it's his hair eating his hat because he has to get a new one every day. He runs out of a hat every day.
Oh.
Also, hat's shuriken thing, go!
Speedwagon's hat that he only used once.
And then just gave up on it because everyone was stronger.
Yeah. He's like, well, since everybody's able to punch rocks between frogs, I don't know what to do.
Oh, when we saw that scene, my fiance freaked out. She was like, he's gonna make the froggy explode! And I'm like, I'm down. And then he didn't. I'm like, aw. That frog probably is really confused now.
I was like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
I should be dead. Thank you, strange top hat man, for sparing my life, I think.
That frog, I mean, that frog should have became a stand user somehow.
I was gonna say, does the frog come back in another season as a stand user that can Ripple as well? Did they just give up on Ripple come part 3?
Not entirely. It's there, but it's not used as often as stands because you can't physically hurt a stand with your fist, but you can hit it with another stand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
but
a
you
fire.
can Ripple the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's also, I mean, it would have been cool to see Jonathan fight Vanilla Ice, but, you know.
I mean, in certain video games, you can have Jonathan fight Vanilla Ice.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in the anime, it would have been kind of cool to at least see some use of Hammond in Arc 3 that wasn't just meh.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if Jonathan was to go against a stand user, only stand users can see stand users. So having Jonathan see a stand user use his powers, all of a sudden he's gone, and everything around him is starting to disappear for no reason at all.
Because Zawarudo?
No, Vanilla Ice, I mean.
Oh.
Vanilla Ice is a black hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's
just say that.
Yeah, and we lost a couple good characters there. I'm not going to say who, but we lost a couple good characters.
Yeah.
And I miss them both very dearly.
Yep.
I miss everybody from Arc 3, really.
Mm-hmm. What else can I say about this part? It's short run of 9 episodes and not really too much on facts. Yes, it is good. It is a good start to this entire until this giant curse of an anime. Not a curse in a bad way. Curse in a good way for us to see.
Like that itch that won't go away that reminds you of a really good night?
Yes. But with more muscles and sparkles everywhere.
You're talking about an amazing night for me. And white sticky overdrives.
We should just label that as the name of the podcast of this episode.
Climax sticky overdrive?
Yes.
Yes.
White climax overdrive.
Note to self: make that the name of this podcast.
I think we should probably wrap it up there because we're just rambling about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All
This
right,
has been fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to continue watching JoJo's, and I hope I don't like it so much that I want the figures because I'm poor and I do not need more figures. Yet I
And
need
they're
to
really
finish.
expensive, especially the stands, because they're like, they can range anywhere from 40 to 90 bucks.
And I already have some figure sets I need to finish, and I don't need to start more.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if we get rich, we'll just get an office building and we'll just fill it all with figures and shit.
Oof. I haven't even put all of mine up yet.
I mean, if you guys would be down to.
Wait, down to what?
If I ever get rich, we just get an office building and just, like, decorate our offices with shit and figures and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So,
Yeah.
This has been fun. This has been the Super Sentai fan page podcast on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Arc 1. Thank you for watching. I'm Nanami-chan.
Isamu?
and Shigeru Jaw.
And we will see you guys next time with, I believe it's Blade next?
Yes.
Blood.
Well, I mean,
Not well, more vampires.
yes. This has been fun, and we'll see you guys next time.